Alright, I think we're about ready to try something new. I have now upgraded all the propellers on this quad from the original 15-inch, which was this size, just a copy of the T-prop, to 18-inch props. So to give you an idea of the difference, there's what we're looking at. So we got a lot more blade to work with. We're hopefully going to get a lot more lift out of this. These KDE triple prop adapters seem to be sturdy enough to hold this. I've left plenty of meat on these 18-inch props, so hopefully the stresses won't be too great from the centrifugal force, the additional weight on these props to pull them out of here. So let's put the battery in it. We're going to try to keep it light. I'm just going to put a 4500 in there, take it outside, and see if we can get this thing to hover without damaging or injuring anybody. Alright, let's see what happens here. My concern is that these heavy props might be just a little bit too much for these motors, so I'm going to try to get it in ground effect. We're going to hover for a few minutes. I'm going to set it down. Then I will check and see if anything's overheating. Probably the motors. I think the ESCs are plenty. Anyway, let's see if we can do this without breaking anything or anybody. Okay, I'm just going to let it spin for a second. Again, if I'm going to have a disaster, I prefer it's on the ground at low speed. Alright, I think the props are spun up. Let's see if we can get this thing to lift up. Pretty sensitive to throttle. I'm at a very low throttle setting, probably the lowest I've ever had before. I hope that's still in camera. Very quiet. A little bit of a breeze, so you see it rocking just very slightly. It may also have something to do with the gains. Need to tweak those. As I said, we're breaking new ground here, but this looks like it's working great. Alright, I'm going to try a little left and right. A little back and forth. Seems pretty stable. I had a GPS lock before we launched. Alright, I'm going to claim success. I'm going to set this down just to make sure we're not burning anything out with these heavy props. There we go.